Hey guys, so one of the next projects that we have to work on is basically replacing the fence around the house. It stands, but there's a lot of spots that need a lot of work. Just because the dogs were coming, I put up a bunch of the new green material, and the old green material that was kind of falling apart or had fallen into the ground, it was rusting all over and kind of creating sharp edges. We did pull that. We're going to use a grinder to slice across this stuff, to go ahead and cut it, put it into small bundles to put into the trash. After that project, we have to start restoring this sprayer right here. My dad bought it for, I think, $1,000 maybe 30 years ago. And basically now what we have to do with this is restore it, get it rolling again so that we can use it. Otherwise I'd have to buy another sprayer like this for the fields to kill the weeds, all that kind of stuff. And they're like $4 or $5 grand now. Now, just to give you guys an understanding about how prices have been, essentially for things for me to buy for the farm. As you know, President Biden made a lot of promises to the retired and the disabled. And all of those, well, actually none of those, except for one, was met, which is where he stopped the Trump era 2-year cycle for CDRs, which is ironic because they already have the law to do CDRs for 1 and 3 years, so it didn't really matter. It was a low-hanging fruit that really didn't help the disabled. But the bottom line is this: a lot of promises were made. I was expecting a fourth stimulus. I was expecting even more stimulus money than that to kind of help me keep doing things, etc. Unfortunately, we have really, and I have to be careful with my words when I say this, we have really, it almost seems manipulated. It almost seems manipulated the way the market has come down, the way the stock market was handled, the way the bonds market was handled. It almost feels manipulated that it was basically allowed to get this bad. And, you know, for things to get this bad, it's not one of those situations where, all right, let me give you an example. If the economy is so bad, and it is so bad, right? We know that it's just absolutely rampant inflation, and it just keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going on a month-to-month basis. If it was this bad, why isn't he having more things done on a daily basis to fix it? You know what I mean? Like, why did he have to bring back all the Trump stuff just to be able to get our gas prices down? Which then begs the question, why did we have to get rid of the Trump stuff to then do this in a time where we're so fragile? We're so fragile right now as a country because we're post-COVID. So I'm a little bit angry, and the reason why is many of you guys are not having to purchase a lot of the things that I have to purchase to get this farm to go. And in order to get this farm to go, when I purchase these items, obviously the items are more expensive. So to give you an example so you understand specifically why I'm not happy, why I'm very not happy on a personal level, not on behalf of the law firm, but on a personal level about the cost of items, right? One of these rails, for example, right here, one of these rails used to cost around $9.25, somewhere around there. Now they're $14 and like 25, 50 cents, whatever. And I was told that they're going to be going up to 15 soon. That's in like a 2-year period. A 2-year period. All right, so you guys know that big red manure wagon I bought? Got it for $2,800. Remember that? And then I just got the new backup one. Well, that new backup one, just so you know, the original one that I got, the red one, I paid that $2,800 for it. Shipped. Okay? Or maybe the shipping wasn't included. Maybe it was like $3 grand total with the shipping. I don't remember. It was somewhere around there. Without shipping now, that same trailer, that manure wagon, is around $5,000. So just so you understand why I seem to come off a little bit cranky towards President Biden, is because he has almost ruined my ability to restore a family farm. And a lot of people go, yeah, but look at all the amazing things he's doing. And then we start to go through them. We start to analyze. And at the end of the day, these are all things that are low-hanging fruit. None of the things he's tackling that he's doing well with are essentially things that help the American people, are things that help the disabled and the retired. Because at the end of the day, you guys have had a negative stimulus. I mean, let's call it like it is. It's a negative stimulus. When the economy goes really bad and down, you can blame it on COVID. You can do that. But they could have done more. They could have done a lot more. And so instead of you getting that additional check for maybe $1,500, maybe $1,000, a fourth stimulus for whatever, you essentially lost a couple of grand each year because of the cost of living. That's not only the cost of living adjustment that you're going to receive as a retired person and a disabled person, but also the extreme increase in prices that you're now facing. So now you kind of understand why I'm not happy. I'm paying basically half more for this. So we went from 1, now we're to 1.5. Okay? Then we went from essentially 3 grand to 5 grand. So my point to you is, at what point are we going to realize that Biden does not represent the Democratic Party? At what point are we going to realize, essentially, that, you know, we need somebody who can actually properly represent the Democrats? Because right now the Republicans are having a heyday. And they're having a heyday because things are not being managed properly. And what is the purpose of the White House? To manage things properly. That's it. Anyways, guys, if I come off cranky about Biden, that's why. I had high expectations. I had things I was really excited about that he was talking about. You know, people tell me you gotta wait. How long do you want me to wait? Another 6 years? You tell me. I own a business. When it comes to waiting, people expect me to do it then. Right now, the moment they call, what's the update, what's the status, what's going on, what's the plan, how's it going to be done? I don't get the luxuries of these politicians. I don't get why we give them all these luxuries, which is, you know, I promise this, I promise that, and then they don't do it. I think we need to have a bill that holds politicians accountable for what they promised. Cut down their pay. Well, that'll hurt some of them, but a lot of them are super wealthy. Cut down their ability to run for office again. Now that has a nice ring to it. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you a little bit later. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.